Oh, wonderful people. Is your soul aching to be healed? Well, this Course in Miracles holds together. The ego is thrown further off balance because it keeps its primary motivation from your awareness and raises control. Look at something and be like, oh, I can get nothing good out of this, nothing at all. That's what you're going to get. It's fuel to talk about my own vulnerability, and I know a lot of people out there relate to my story. So, the ego perceives them as the same. By perceiving them as the same, the ego attempts to save itself from being swept away. And basically, guys, but we could replace it with unconditional love. All right, the thoughts of unconditional love. Especially as men, I could say, and in my particular circumstance, like I could look at something at the body, and like, oh, the presence of knowledge. Right, knowledge being that we are connected, right? We're connected with Source. The body is the ego's home by its own election. Ego's home by its own election. It is the only identification with which the ego for protection. The ego has no real answers to this because there is none. It lasts for maybe a day. That we feel fulfilled, we feel good. It is consciously undertaken, consciously organized, and consciously directed. The goal must be formulated clearly and kept in mind. Reading the Course in Miracles here, guys. Seek and you shall find does not mean. I got wind here. But looking at it for like the eyes of love, eyes of Source. As I know a lot of guys out there, I'm still working on it, but like when I was like 25, I was like the drill instructor for me. Like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? You should be better than you are right now. What the fuck? You don't have time. Plan my day. Like, what is the highest good? What is the highest good? I write it down and I do it. It feels a lot better than acting out of compulsion. Right. By becoming involved with tangential issues, it helps to hide the real question and keep it out of the mind. The ego's characteristic busyness with non-essentials is for precisely that purpose. Preoccupation effect unless you change your mind. Oh, it's beautiful stuff, right? We ask for, what is this for? And really looking at all our actions, like, all right, what purpose is this for? What is this for? Is this for my highest good? Because I know how easy it is to go on autopilot and just keep doing something that's not good for us, destructive. And that gives the ego any power over you. I have spoken of the ego as if it were a separate thing acting on its own. This was necessary to persuade you that you cannot dismiss it lightly and must realize how much of your thinking is ego-directed. We cannot safely let it go at that, however, or you will regard yourself as necessarily conflicted as long as you are here, or as long as you believe that you are here. The ego is nothing more than a part of your belief about yourself. From my understanding now is like our spirit, or you could call our consciousness, that's who we really are. And all our ego is from the past, right? Like for me, when I believed I really couldn't lose weight because, my dad is obese and no matter how hard I try, I can't lose weight. I made it real. Such a, limiting belief based on the past. I can lose weight. I understand. And you might bump up into resistance. I bump into my own resistance. But just knowing that it's possible. If you can change one thing, you can change everything. I understand, like, some aspects of life might be harder than others in our own perception. I'm working on it. Okay, very cool. Next. and learning to escape easily flow across it and obliterate it forever. All right, when I understand probably the debt to your brother is something you must never forget. Hold on a second, guys. How much powerful you will be. I've talked in the past when my brother and we went to see a coach. Well, it was my brother's idea. And I said like, I really want to build something with my brother, who's actually, we're twins. And we're talking about like having our teaching business together. Hello, Ronald. Thank you for joining. We're talking about starting our, like, well, you say build together, that sounds like you want to have an incestuous relationship with your twin brother. Yikes. That took some time for forgiveness, right? Just doing my best. Maybe when we get deeper in the forest. Okay, apologize. Yeah. Sorry, where was I? I saw the gift of what that coach was teaching me was, you still have your freeze response active. He was smiling and be like, oh, thank you. I didn't know, like, we're incestuous. But I could have looked at it as garbage, right? And be like, oh, that fucking bitch. How fucking dare she? Which, it was in the beginning, right? Like the audacity, right? But like, well, what does that serve, right? I'm grateful for that moment. I genuinely am. It showed us a lot. Also, they showed us like maybe, we don't have to do everything together. We don't have to have a business together. Very cool. Next. You have very little trust in me as yet, but it will increase as you turn more and more often to me instead of your ego for guidance. The results will convince you increasingly that this... Let's keep going. This choice is the only sane one you can make. No one who learns from experience that one choice brings peace and joy, while another brings chaos and disaster, needs additional convincing. Learning through rewards is more effective than learning through pain, because pain is an ego illusion and can never induce more than a temporary effect. The rewards of God, however, are immediately recognized as eternal. Since this is recognition is made by you and not the ego, the recognition itself establishes that you and your ego cannot be identical. You may believe that you have already accepted this difference, but you are by no means convinced as yet. Again, but the rewards of God, that's what actually guides you to know if you're on the right path or not. I've told this story, but last year with Mixed Nuts, my improv group, we got invited to play in a hotel. We got paid for it, and there was a vegan buffet. And I felt like that was the reward of God, right? Being of service, spreading joy. It was also for a non-profit, which is really cool, right? A teacher got a very beautiful comment about someone saying that my videos helped them out. I got a few of those, and it's very motivating, my trust in you. Okay. Sorry, Nick. What? Where? Oh, no, I lost track of where I was reading. Or the Course in Miracles teaches us about the atonement, that we're not separate. You can't be separate from all that is, right? If you're like not in this all together, like, come on. Also, like, you're not separate from your own creator. But the belief in the body makes it really easy to believe that we're separate. But the Course is telling us, like, we're not separate. And it's about reminding yourself every day that we're not separate. And I know how easy it is to forget. But the purpose of these videos, these live streams, is to remind us and remind myself as well. All right. How can you teach someone the value of something? Learn how his misery lessens as he approaches it. This teaches him to associate his misery with its absence, and the opposite of misery with its presence. It gradually... We look in this world, and we see how materialistic it is. This, I think capitalism has a big thing about it too, like how much stuff you have, what clothes you wear, the brands. And then we wonder, like, why is everyone so fucking miserable? Alright, because we are de-spirited. We forgot totally about spirit. And then people say, oh, don't be so woo-woo. And then, like, and even I've watched, like, in my early 20s, I watched a lot of self-help stuff. Tons of self-help stuff. Tony Robbins. What was that YouTube channel? Like A-Fest, Mind Valley. And all of them say, you know, at the end of the day, the material world doesn't make you feel fulfilled. Then I'm like, okay, then what are we doing? And I'm not saying like we should be hippies and stuff unless you really want to be a hippie. If that really excites you. I think it'd be nice to live in a commune for like a week, but like your whole life, I don't know. But I think this is why a lot of people also are turning back to spirituality or religion, whatever fulfills that hole, because it's like unfulfilling, right? It's this endless hamster wheel of getting something and then feeling good about it, then feeling lack, and then getting out. It's, how long can you do it for, man? How long? And that's like who, you know, what sane person would choose pain over joy, right? It's only the insane mind that values this pain and suffering that wants to keep choosing it. And for me, it was just this practice mode of being. Like, I felt comfortable being a victim. I felt comfortable blaming myself, whipping myself, berating myself, abandoning myself. This is the way I just lived my life for years, you know. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was CPTSD. I didn't know what it meant to be emotionally neglected as a child, right? Because my chemicals were wired that way. But I rewired myself. I'm still, you know, working on myself. I still go a healthy gamer. I still practice the Course in Miracles, and this is also a way for me to be in tuned, is to read it to you guys. Because I'm also, rereading the Course. It's about being in spirit, right? Inspired. Next. My trust in you is greater than yours in me at the moment, but it will not always be that way. Your mission is very simple. You are asked to live so as to demonstrate that you are not an ego. I do not choose God's channels wrongly. The Holy One shares my trust, accepts my atonement decisions because my will is never out of accord with His. I have said before that I am in charge of the atonement. This is only because I completed my part in it as a man and can now complete it through others. My chosen channels cannot fail because I will lend them my strength as long as it's theirs is wanting. Also, why I feel so compelled to read the Course and to talk about the Course, because it really changed my life. Like I told you guys, after I did all the workbook lessons and I had a dream about seeing my mom yell at me. And I was like, what is this dream trying to tell me? And also, of course, with also Healthy Gamer, like diving deep into like how I was raised and stuff, all of it, came to a conclusion like, I was emotionally neglected as a child. Therefore, my nervous system was wired to be in fight or flight, and that's how I lived my life unconsciously, even with all this spiritual knowledge for years, right? And I know a lot of my brothers out there have something like that. Maybe they can't put words to it. I couldn't put words to why I felt like a piece of shit most of the time, why I didn't believe in myself, why I couldn't be confident, why couldn't I just believe in my dreams and take action. All right, let's continue. I think I'll read, because we're almost at the end of the walk. It's almost half an hour or so. I will go with you to the Holy One, and through my perception he can bridge the little gap. Your gratitude to your brother is the only gift I want. I will bring it to God for you, knowing that to know your brother is to know God. If you are grateful to your... got some wind. If you are grateful to your brother, you are grateful to God for what he created. Through your gratitude, you come to know your brother, and one moment of real recognition makes everyone your brother because each of them is of your Father. Love does not conquer all things, but it does set all things right. Because you are the kingdom of God, I can lead you back to your own creations. You do not recognize them now, but what has been dissociated is still there. Alright, let's read that one more time. Love does not conquer all things, but it does set all things right. Damn, guys. You know what they say? Love is the answer. Right? Unconditional love of the Creator. In all things, in all aspects. Oh, and this is just a wake-up call, because I thought, pain is the answer. I thought calling myself a piece of shit, that's the answer. Whipping myself, calling myself names, that's the answer, right? It's not. It just brings more suffering. And this is a call for love to anyone that is debasing themselves to stop, right? Stop and turn to the Holy Spirit and look at yourself through the eyes of unconditional love. All right, I think we're going to read one last final part. All right. Okay. As you come closer to a brother, you approach me, and as you withdraw from him, I become distant to you. Salvation is a collaborative venture. It cannot be undertaken successfully by those who disengage themselves from the sonship, because they are disengaging themselves from me. God will come to you only as you will give him to your brothers. Learn first of them, and you will be ready to hear God. That is because the function of love is one. Damn. And I think the Spirit is talking to me directly, because I used to be... I'm introverted. I admit that. And right now I'm actually kind of in my hermit phase again. But I still go out from time to time. But I'm more focused on being of service. Right, it's the purpose of making these videos and live streams is that I could still talk to my brothers and sisters out there, share my voice. It's really good to hear from people that, it's helping them. And I used to really hide from people. Because, think about it. Introvert plus freeze response, CPTSD, no one's safe. Or if I meet somebody, I say something cringe, I'll live it in my head, like it'll be in my head for, 10 plus years. Who wants to do that? Who wants to risk it? But seeing now, I was only crucifying myself. Right? I let other people dictate about how I felt about myself, and I don't want that for anybody. Right? Because it's not true. It's not true. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy that Course in Miracles walk. Let me know what you think about these videos. If you like healing content like this, please subscribe. It means a lot. Right. May the Holy Spirit light up your path wherever it takes you. Take care. I kind of want to